Hello everybody, welcome back to another off-ride roller coaster video here on BTC Productions. Today, we visit Wildwood, New Jersey to go on all three piers to ride all the roller coasters and get some footage for you guys. In this video, I will discuss every stat of every single roller coaster at all three piers here at Wildwood. So nonetheless, let's get straight into the video. We will first start off here at Mariner's Landing, the pier in the middle of Surfside Pier and Amusement Pier. Morey's Piers is home to three different roller coasters. The first roller coaster we will talk about is Sea Serpent. Sea Serpent is known by coaster enthusiasts as a Vekoma Boomerang model. This roller coaster opened at Wildwood on June 27th, 1984. This was one of three Vekoma Boomerangs to first open in 1984. This ride has a top speed of 47 miles per hour, a track length of 935 feet, 3 inversions, a G-force of 5.2, a ride duration of 1 minute and 48 seconds, and an hourly capacity of 760 riders per hour, with each train holding 28 passengers. This ride also cost $1,500,000 to build. My personal thoughts when riding this ride. I thought that this ride experience was actually fantastic. It gave out a great laugh and was actually not rough but enjoyable. I rode this 3 different times, once in the middle and once in the back, and a different time a while ago, somewhere in, I think it was the 3rd row. But every time I rode it, I thought that it was a great experience that does give off some great thrills. I did love the intensity too, of going backwards and doing the whole ride experience backwards, which is kind of new to me since I have only done one Vekoma Boomerang, which is this one. We will now go to the coaster right next door to Sea Serpent, and a coaster that, in my opinion, is not enjoyable, unlike Sea Serpent. This roller coaster is Rollies Coaster. This ride was built by Pininfarina and opened in 1999. This ride model is known as a Pininfarina Zyklon. There's not much to say about this ride. It only has 4 riders per train, 0 inversions, has a propulsion chain lift. Yeah, that's it. That's all the stats. There's really nothing good about this ride, really. Oh, and did I mention that this ride also has over-the-shoulder restraints? This ride doesn't even go upside down. I can't. Just get off the screen. Just roll the clip of the off-ride POV. Just get it out of here.
Sit all the way to the left. Go on the iPod and keep your feet flat on the floor like all night. Remember, cell phones are not permitted to be used on the side. And you must be touching your pockets on all times. Thank you, and enjoy your ride on the Music Express.
Well, I would give my personal thoughts on this ride, but I think we all know what I think of this ride. So, let's just move on, shall we? We will now move on to the best roller coaster here at Morey's Piers, Wild Wizard, which is an SBF Visa coaster built by the SBF Visa Group. This ride opened in 2018 and is a small, compact little family coaster. This small, compact family coaster can fit 4 riders per train and have 16 passengers in one cycle. There's also not too much to say about this one, so roll the clip. So while the ride just does this for another 18 times, I'll just go over my personal thoughts on the ride. So when we went originally, this roller coaster was not open. After double checking, we went back to Morey's Piers to see if it was open, and it was, but had the longest line of any ride on Morey's Piers. That's not a joke, by the way. So obviously we were not going to wait in an hour line, but I have ridden other SBF Visas before, and they're just, your typical SBF Visa coaster for the young ones. We will now head over to Surfside Pier. This is the pier all the way down to the left-hand side, beyond Amusement Pier and beyond Mariner's Landing. This pier is also home to 3 different roller coasters. The first roller coaster we would ride when we arrived here was Runaway Tram. No, not that Runaway Tram, this Runaway Tram. This new for 2018 roller coaster was built by Zier. This roller coaster has a height of 36.1 feet, a top speed of 28.6 miles per hour, and a track length of 921.9 feet, and with 0 inversions, and is classified as a family coaster. This ride also has a propulsion booster wheel lift hill. This ride also replaced the iconic Flitzer. By the way, sorry for this clip having to be muted because of copyright reasons. In my Playlands Castaway Cove video, my video got copyrighted for having background music, which, come on. But, oh well. Anyways, I might as well give my thoughts and opinions on this ride as the clip is muted anyway. So I thought this ride was very enjoyable and is definitely a great little family coaster, but also is pretty enjoyable. It's smooth and that anybody could ride, and does give you, once again, a great laugh. But what shocked me the most was that first airtime hill right as you go down the drop, which actually gave off some airtime, which was actually pretty surprising, for this being a family coaster. But overall, was a great ride and a great addition for Surfside Pier in general. It is sad that they did have to get rid of the Flitzer, because the Flitzer was a great ride that I did ride before they got rid of it. But they did pay homage to it, as when you walk in the entrance of the ride, they do have some of the old trains acting as a memorial to the ride that once stood there. But either way, I have ridden both the Flitzer and Runaway Tram, and I honestly wouldn't mind if either of these were in this spot. Both roller coasters were enjoyable and great experiences. Here is the memorial that I was talking about, that to pay homage to the Flitzer, and oh yeah, that guy that hangs on the back of the train on the Runaway Tram. Well, it certainly looks like he didn't get a good ride, but anyway, let's move on to the next roller coaster. The next roller coaster is arguably one of the best roller coasters out of all 3 of the piers here at Wildwood, New Jersey. This roller coaster is Great Noreaster. This ride model is known as a Vekoma SLC and is known in the coaster community as a very unlikable and very cloned out ride throughout a lot of theme parks in the world. But this one is actually the complete opposite of all of those other models like it, because in 2008, the roller coaster received a $1.2 million upgrade with great new trains and a track refurbishment, which made this ride 10 times better. And that's all that all these other parks have to do with these models to make them good, just like this one. But anyway, this ride has a height of 115 feet, a drop of 95 feet, a top speed of 55 miles an hour, and a track length of 2,170 feet. This ride also has 5 inversions with a ride duration of 2 minutes and 5 seconds. This ride also opened on May 26th of 1995 and cost $5,500,000 to build. Roll the clip of the off-ride POV. And this short little clip was also muted now due to copyright reasons. Yay. My final thoughts and opinions about this roller coaster. All I can say is fabulous, fantastic, amazing. This is the best Vekoma SLCs ever. In my opinion, the hype around this ride is true, and it does live up to what people say about it. This ride does give off a great, and I wouldn't say smooth, but I also wouldn't say rough experience. For the most part, it is smooth but with little rattle. You also just whip throughout this layout in every single inversion, and you don't really know what direction you're going half the time. This roller coaster also does go pretty fast, and every time you ride it further and further towards the back, it actually gets even better. Because last time I rode this, me and my cousin rode it in the front row, and I thought that the ride experience was good, but I had rode it in the middle and thought it was even better. Which is weird because most roller coasters you ride in the front are better than obviously the middle, but that was not the case on Great Noreaster. And I even, as crazy as it sounds, thought that this ride could challenge Batman the Ride at pretty much every Six Flags park you go to, but that's up to debate. Anyways, let's get on to the last coaster. We now move down to the last pier all the way on the right, which is called Adventure Pier. Adventure Pier hosts only one roller coaster, which is a wooden coaster called Great White. Great White was built by CCI, aka Custom Coasters International, on June 10th of 1996. This wooden roller coaster has a height of 110 feet, a drop of 100 feet, a top speed of 50 miles per hour, a track length of 3,300 feet, has 0 inversions obviously, a drop angle of 50%, and a ride duration of 2 minutes. Each train on here can hold 24 passengers. This ride also just has a normal chain lift and is considered a wooden hybrid coaster. The trains for this roller coaster are also built by the Philadelphia Toboggan Coasters. This ride also has a height requirement of 48 inches. Roll the POV.
Welcome back. Please remember stops, push down and pull up on your lap bar. Unbuckle your seatbelt, gather your belongings, and exit to the left and rear at the station. Thank you for riding with Great White, and enjoy the rest of your stay here at Morey's Piers.
Please push down and pull up on the lap bars and exit to the left. Once again, please push down and pull up on the lap bars and exit to the left.
New guests, welcome to Morey's Piers Great White.
Watch the train car, please. Watch the tram 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 car, please. car, please. Watch the tram car, please. Watch the tram car, please.
Well, was he hated?
By far the best right here. By far. What did you like about it?
Thoughts and personal opinion about this roller coaster. Now, you did just hear my family yelling at me for not enjoying my ride on Great White this time, which actually I hated it, which I was very upset about because the first time I ever rode this, I loved it and thought it was a great wooden roller coaster. But I don't know what happened with me on this ride. I tried to think positive and, give it a little bit of a break because it is a wooden coaster and wooden coasters are obviously not glass smooth, but it was hard to enjoy and it was not enjoyable in my opinion. I just did not get a very good ride on this time. And I've ridden rough wooden roller coasters like Wildcat at Hershey Park, and this sits right up there in my opinion with Wildcat. I actually thought that Wildcat was better because I had been to Hershey Park about a month previous to this, and both of them were bad, but for some reason thought Wildcat was actually a bit better than Great White. Well, at least Wildcat is getting RMC'd. Now, this is next. And I also had the same opinion with Wildcat. I originally enjoyed it when I first rode it, and then went back and didn't like it afterwards. But at least my family agreed with me on Wildcat, but they did not with Great White. And I already know that a lot of you are going to be mad about my opinion on this. And just to let you know, this is my opinion and that yours is totally different. And let me know what you thought about all of these roller coasters and your opinion on each of these rides down in the comments below. But that's going to be it for this video, everyone. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe more for roller coaster content here on BTC Productions. And that's it for now. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. And BTC Productions signing out.